Lights, camera, action, yeah, it's a movie. Get your popcorn, it's about to be.
Hey yo, what it do? It's your boy Haas, and this is the Ayo Show. YouTube, Quan, KJUAN, Cole, COLES, quotation marks, the Ayo Show. Peace to the guys on the earth. Love y'all. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a wonderful week. And I hope you're living your best life. You heard? But y'all know why we here, right? And we about to switch it up a little bit and tell a couple of hip-hop stories that I think need to be told. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Y'all remember Shorty from Belly? Real name Eric McNeel. Well, he recently shared a story detailing the struggles that he had with crime and incarceration and being homeless since doing the movie Belly. He went to jail at like 13 and spent the next 20 years in prison. Like I say, since then he been homeless, jobless, and while he was in jail, he lost his parents and family members. So when he got out of jail, there wasn't really nobody for him to come back to, and he been on the streets. Now, he say he reached out to Nas and the people who he worked with on Belly, and nobody, got back in touch with him. I don't really know what he expect them to do for his situation, because he used, to me, after hearing this story or whatever, he just took the character Shorty and ran with it. Now, it was a character. Now, he was in another movie. I can't remember. It was another popular movie. And I don't know why he didn't he ain't had nobody around him to steer him in that direction. But they didn't, and as you can see what happened. So, it's just a crazy tale of how, at such a young age, dude was in a cult classic movie. He was in another hot movie. I can't remember what the name of the movie was. He was in another hot movie. And instead of pursuing that career, he pursued being Shorty in real life. And look where it gets you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta just leave that street life alone, man, when you got other things going that's more promising and that could get you and your family in a better place. The streets ain't it, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have to do that. Some people just choose to do that. And the choices you make lead you to places you might not want to be. Check it out though. You can find this story. Shorty. Eric McNeel. Wow. And I was wondering, whatever happened to old boy? Next.
Wanted to sign me. I would ride my bicycle up the Brooklyn Bridge, and by the time I got down, raps would just come to my head. I got a call. They was like, yo, you gotta hear this kid. His name is Shyne. Kid is nice. Now tell me who won the with us. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Whoa. This is a bad beat. Everybody wanted him. Somebody called Diddy and started talking crazy. Signing to Bad Boy, I became a millionaire.
Bad Boy was very much like a family for a very long time.
At this point, I'm with Puff all the time. I go to Club New York, we hanging out, and I think we're getting ready to leave. And then you hear, Bad Boy.
Police are questioning entertainers Sean Puffy Combs and Jennifer Lopez following a shooting at a nightclub.
I had nothing to do with a shooting in this club.
Puff couldn't handle going to jail. Every man for himself.
Puffy got acquitted and he got 10 years.
He was betrayed. I was absolutely set up to be the fall guy. One of the most difficult parts of it was watching everybody succeed. Watching 50. But I put out another album while I was there. He got bigger. I spent 10 years in prison, but I was able to move on.
The trajectory of Shyne after that changed.
There's a time to pivot. There's a time to transition. And that's how I got into politics. The politics just came naturally because that made me have a purpose.
That's a beautiful thing when somebody finds their true purpose in life.
This gentleman came with an aura around him, and everybody was drawn to him.
The solution called life. Belize first. The Belizean people first.
unbelievable.
Everybody's journey's different. Mine was 23 years. I sacrificed my career and life and family to be someone with humanity, with integrity, with honor.
Moses Shyne Barrow, formerly Jamal Barrow, but he changed his name to Moses, was born in Belize. His father was the prime minister, who basically bagged his mother and then dipped on her and was like, you gotta figure it out. 'Cause he had his own family going on, which was kind of crazy. So, after struggling in Belize, she decided to move to New York. And for 2 years while she was in New York, Shyne stayed behind with his aunt and his auntie. But once his mother, got stuff situated, she brought him to the United States, to New York, Brooklyn, that is. And that's where the story of Shyne that we know takes place. And typical New York kid, running around the streets, getting into trouble, and doing that, Shyne got shot, shook his mother to the core, and Shyne, being a family type dude, was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to school and try to do things the right way. So that's what he did. He graduated high school, had little odd jobs or whatever. But during that time, his love for hip hop grew strong, and he started writing rhymes. To the point, I want to say like 97, Shyne was the hottest thing on the streets. It was a bidding war like never seen before for this guy. I remember hearing about this. I remember like, dang, he was getting, without a record deal, he was getting like $4 million offers. He eventually ended signing up with Puff, and the song Bad Boys. You know the song Bad Boys. Still ring out to this day. Shyne was set to be out of here. He was next. But on December 27th, 97, I want to say it is, he went to the club with Puff. And everything changed. Just like that. Next thing you know, 8.5 years later, Shyne is out of prison, getting deported to Belize. Tried to jump back into the music thing, but from his words, his passion wasn't really there like that. I know jail had kind of broken. So, he was kind of wandering around figuring out what to do. He became a Jew while he was locked up. So he took a trip to Israel and just was there, you know what I'm saying? But still trying to work with the music, and it wasn't really working. And it took somebody he knew, one of his friends, to tell him, take all that passion and put it into something else. Do something for your people. Do something about this crooked government over here. And guess what Shyne did? Just that. Next thing you know, Shyne is like that guy. You know what I'm saying? He was elected to the Brazilian House of Representatives in 2020, served as the leader of the opposition and leader of the United Democratic Party. Shyne is a story unlike the story of Shorty, to where like you come up, you go through all the struggles, you reach the place you want to reach, and it's snatched from you. Like everything is snatched from you. And after that, what's next? What do you do? Do you just fall back, sink in the mud? No, Shyne didn't do that. Shyne pushed forward to the point to where he became in line to be the prime minister of Belize. And he still has that vision. Right now, he's working on, he inked a deal with Warner Brothers, I want to say it is, and he got a movie deal. He said he's about to do a TV show and release 3 albums. And I guess it's the 25th anniversary of the Shyne album coming up. He's going to do a tour. So, look at Shyne. You know what I'm saying? Not all stories got to end with sour grapes. Some can end crazy beautiful, and Shyne's did. So, keep your head straight. Don't let nothing deter you. Ain't no telling what you could do. Shyne is the proof. Next. That was the AO show. I'm Haas YouTube, Juan KJUAN Code, COLES, quotation marks, the AO show. Again, peace to the guys on the earth. Love y'all. Again, hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a wonderful week. And I hope you're living your best life, you heard? But again, like the story of Shyne, don't let nothing stop you from your dreams. If one door closed, an even brighter one and a bigger one and a better one could open. Just don't never give up. And that's the story for Shorty. Just don't fall into the traps, man. I mean, it's all said out here. Just don't go for it. You hear me? But you know the drilly. Fuck what they say, make them watch the fuck you do, alright? I'm Haas. This the AO show, and I'm out. Peace.